Can you do a video crossing your eyes? Yeah, let's look at it through a neuro lens and kind of understand what's really going on up there whenever you actually cross your eyes. So whenever we cross our eyes, we are actually doing something called convergence. So convergence, think coming together, and then we have something called divergence, which is going apart from each other. So going cross-eyes and then going back to normal. Now, whenever we go cross-eyed, we have three different areas or three different spots that we can do it. We can do it straight in to the bridge of the nose, we can do it to the eyebrows, and then we can also do it to the bridge of our, or the tip of our nose. Now, whenever we're doing these, we are actually activating two actual cranial nerves. So by going towards the bridge of the nose and to the brows, we are actually activating the oculomotor nerve. Now, whenever we come down to the tip of our nose, we are activating the trochlear nerve. Now, these two nerves, this is cranial nerve 3, oculomotor, and cranial nerve 4, trochlear. These are actually living in a part of our brain called the brainstem. Now, more specifically, the midbrain or mesencephalon. So now let's take a look at where this part of our brainstem actually is. So if we look at this picture here, from the green down to the orange, this is our brainstem right here. So we have our midbrain, our mesencephalon, we have our pons, and then we have our medulla. Now, in our midbrain, cranial nerves 3 and 4 live right in here. Now, our midbrain does a lot of things for us. One of the big ones that might help you understand this a little bit is this is where our sympathetic nervous system starts. It's called the IML. It stands for intermedial lateral. So in this area, it does a couple things for us. It's an integration hub of visual and auditory processing. It also deals with autonomic functions, but it's also an integration area for our bodies. So if somebody is having problems with possible sympathetic activation or inhibition, we might need to look at this area to look at. So cranial nerves 3 and 4, by going cross-eyed, is a big activation in this area, and that could possibly calm down your sympathetics and kind of give you that equilibrium between sympathetics and parasympathetic activations. So now, how could we possibly be training this part of our area by going cross-eyed? Here's something simple. I call it a pencil push-up or a finger push-up. It doesn't bother me, whatever you want to call it. You can utilize your hand, you can utilize a tool. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger. It can be your index finger or your thumb. I'm going to use my index finger. I'm going to work on going to the bridge of my nose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it into the bridge of my nose, making sure that I can see one object the entire time, that I'm not allowing my eyes to diverge a little bit. So I'm holding it here. I'm going to push it back out. I'm going to come right back in and then right back out. Working on anywhere between 3 to 5 reps there, and then 3 to 5 reps going up high, as well as 3 to 5 reps coming to the tip of your nose. Now that would be basically a first kind of like intro into why going cross-eyed can be very, very beneficial for you. The next one would be kind of like an intense push-up with your eyes. Now what you would do is you'd bring it straight in, go up, go down, and go back to center before pushing it back out. So it's kind of a little bit more of an intense one. So whenever you're working on a pencil push-up, we want to make sure that it's actually good for your nervous system. So what I'm going to teach you is how to assess and reassess this exercise to make sure it's good for you. So this part of our brainstem, the midbrain or mesencephalon, deals with more flexion activations in our entire body. So we might want to assess a forward fold or something that deals with a flexion motion. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my feet together. I'm going to reach down and touch the ground as far as I can comfortably. So I'm going to do it a few times so you don't think that I just warmed up or anything like that. So I'm about to the tip of my fingers. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a regular pencil push-up about 5 times, and then I'm going to immediately reevaluate and see if it gets better for me. So here I go. I'm just going to stand neutral. I'm going to come in, push it back out. I'm just going to do 5 reps, nice and easy, making sure that your eyes are able to focus on that object the entire time. So one more time here, and good. Now just by doing that, let's go ahead and immediately reevaluate. Yes, so that got a lot better for me. So that basically tells me this could be an exercise I want to add into my program. Now what I recommend is 3 to 5 reps, 3 to 5 times a day. You can try it towards the bridge of your nose, as well as the brows and the tip of your nose, and reassess all of them and see how you do. So this is a great exercise it comes from a performance-based background or a brain-based background that can actually help you out with staying fit. As weird as that sounds, we got to look at brain structures that are controlling different musculatures. So mesencephalon or midbrain deals with a lot of flexion activation. So by working on going cross-eye, it can actually help improve flexion activation. So think about bench press. Think about anything that's coming towards the midline of your body. So if that is some kind of flexion motion, shoulder flexion, bench press, abs, these are ways to strengthen them by working on our eyes. Now, I know this is a very, very gross explanation of going cross-eye. There's a lot of stuff going on in there, but I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it answered a lot of your questions about doing this. But don't forget to like and follow. I'm glad you stayed all the way through this entire video. I'm sorry it was so long.